Ready to put that tax return towards the purchase of a vehicle? The Team Automotive Group can help you maximize your refunds value. Choose from over 450 certified and pre-owned vehicles, with over 40 priced under $15,000. Stop by and save at any location or log on anytime to teamautouse.com.
Getting closer, man. Getting closer. Friday Eve, everybody. Welcome to. You doing all right?
Doing bad.
Do you want like
what just came
you want
out
like
of
a
my
couch
mouth.
Or something? You want to lie down for a minute?
I think I was trying to say not doing
bad. Forgot the first part.
And I was gonna mention I'm off tomorrow, so my weekend is really close.
Yeah, if you're off tomorrow and you're doing bad, then there's a whole other discussion.
I know. What's wrong with me?
Many layers to peel back on Dr. Stephen Caparata. You ever get called Stephen? Because it's not your name.
I get Stephen a lot where I go play because I'm Stephen with a PH.
See?
So
there it is.
Starbucks,
Steve.
you know.
Damn, really?
Stephen, your coffee's ready.
I got those handles.
I don't understand how people don't know. And look, I know there's Steph Curry.
Sure.
Okay, but Stephen with a PH has been a thing for a long time.
Correct.
I'm surprised how many people still don't know that.
Correct. You don't have that game?
No, not quite. I could shoot back in the day.
Yeah?
Not quite Steph Curry.
I've seen the video. I haven't seen the video. Here's what you can do. And Steph got nothing on you. It's the forecast. But the thing is, the forecast over the last number of days, man, rinse and repeat. It is muggy, it is warm, it is, as Jay Grimes loves to say, unseasonably warm.
Yeah, way too warm outside, right? You can see we've got a little sun breaking through the clouds. Even though we don't have a lot of sun, man, it's warmed up. Temperatures in the 70s. There's that live look that we got out there. So it's kind of another gloomy looking morning. But the bottom line is we're just going to have a couple of passing showers today, especially this afternoon, this evening. The main event that we expect is actually going to be late tonight into your Friday morning as a cold front moves through the region. Even that doesn't look like it's going to be all that big of a deal in our part of the world. So bottom line is looking for showers and a few storms moving in overnight. That main threat window is going to be after midnight through about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Again, a little bit of rain. Yes, there is still a bit of a severe weather threat as well, but that is mostly, I think, going to be to our north and northwest. So right now, here's a look at future radar snapshot of it. That's around 4 a.m., the HRRR model. It's just looking at a new run of the model. It comes in slightly slower than that. But like I said, this is going to be overnight through about daybreak on Friday. That's the main threat. Notice how the line doesn't look all that intense, fairly narrow line. And then, Matt, you can scroll down some more. So here's that severe weather outlook. Near and south of the interstate to level 1 out of 5. That includes Baton Rouge. Just north of the capital city in yellow, a 2 out of 5 slight risk. It's a much higher threat, though, as you go up to the northwest. If you make out the red area, and the next graphic down, in fact, I think Matt shows it, kind of centered on the Arklatex, a 4 out of 5 moderate risk. That's where the real concern is for what could be a significant severe weather event later today and especially tonight. If you can make it out on the graphic, there's also some black hatching, those black lines. That's indicating what the Storm Prediction Center considers significant severe weather. They're highlighting the potential of a few strong tornadoes within that region, wind gusts that could reach hurricane force, and hail that could reach up to the size of baseball. So again, that threat mostly up to our northwest. Still can't rule out 1 or 2 strong storms. One other thing we'll track tonight, as the front gets closer and even after it moves through, winds are going to pick up. So there is a wind advisory that goes into effect at 9 o'clock tonight. And that'll run through noon on Friday. Talking about sustained winds that'll run roughly 20 to 30 miles per hour and some gusts that could get up around 40. So that's one other thing to keep in mind. But overall, I'm not real concerned with the severe weather threat locally. I'm not telling you it's 0, but it's pretty low. Once we get the front through here, there you see it's going to be a nice payoff for the weekend. So daylight hours on Friday largely should be dry. In fact, not long after daybreak, sunshine should return. It's only going to be a little bit cooler behind the front, not a drastic change. Highs tomorrow, mid-70s, upper 70s Saturday, already back up to 81 Sunday. The biggest change will be our morning lows, upper 40s to low 50s Saturday and Sunday. I think you'll definitely notice that. However, by early next week, we're back into the mid-80s for highs. Small rain chances returning Monday, keeping them with us throughout the week. And then potentially tracking another cold front late next week. May knock temperatures down a bit into that following weekend.
one of the things we like to do, Steve, and we were just taking the people through it. I mean, you can obviously run the forecast with all the tech you have here. You literally just took people through what they have access to on our website. It's your forecast all spelled out just like that.
Yep, no doubt. Yeah, that's what we were looking at was, we write up a little web story every day and give you kind of the key points in graphical form within that story. So if you want to read the text, you can. If you're like probably most people, you don't want to read a whole lot, we've got it. You can just put your eyes on the pictures and see what's happening today and the next several days.
You make it easy. There it is again. Cap, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. We'll check in with you again here in a quick second.
Yep.
All right, folks. So from the weather here to the weather over there, the word is weather. Look, I'm the first one to admit, I hate the warm weather right now. It is still kind of winter, and you see these upper 80s, and you're like, oh my God, what is July and August going to look like? So yeah, I'm one of those, kind of whines about it. Hello. You know what? Step back, right? Realize what could be happening. Welcome to California. Have you seen, look at what this is. Actually, don't look at this. Look at the video, because it's going to tell the story that much more. My goodness, what is happening in California. I mean, from Los Angeles up into the Sierra Nevadas, that spine of a mountain range that runs right up the middle of California, just to the east of San Francisco, north and south of that as well. Feet upon feet of snow in a 24-hour period. Actually, there's one death being blamed on it right there. That patio actually collapsed on a woman as she was sitting there. That's how much the weight of this snow can cause so much damage. It is shutting down roads. It is knocking out power to thousands. It is knocking out flights. We had about 5,000 delays yesterday, according to FlightAware and their misery map yesterday. We had a couple hundred cancellations. We've got a couple hundred cancellations already today. That's the reality for a lot of folks out west in California as they deal with severe weather. So it makes you think about, what we have back here, and it's just not a whole lot compared to what's going on. That continues to be a story. And forecasters right now, forecasters like Dr. Steve and their crew out west, predicting more of that this weekend. So these buildings are already feeling a big time load. You got to get that stuff off there or collapses happen. And another round of winter weather on the way. We'll keep you updated with all that. All right, let's get you back into South Louisiana. Actually, this just coming into our newsroom, it was a shooting last night in Baton Rouge. An argument turns into a fight, and then shots fired, and a man gets injured by a ricochet. Now, according to investigators, two people involved here. Somebody shows up to somebody else's house unannounced, unwelcomed apparently. Conversation starts, argument ensues, somebody fires a shot. Police or investigators say it's the homeowner who fired the shot into the ground, and a ricochet kind of happened, and pellets or shrapnel hit the other person. Both people have actually been charged here now. Do those charges remain? Do both people remain with those charges? Again, transport to the hospital, minor injuries, that's the good news, but again, if you had heard about that's what was going on here. This is Burbank Drive. Last night, right around 10 o'clock is kind of when this whole thing got started. We'll keep you updated on what investigators find out. This continues to be a headline maker. We've been talking about this for about a week right now. Georgia man still missing, last seen in Baton Rouge, talking about Nathan Millard, right? I want to show you some video here because there's some new pictures. You may have seen them last night, but if you're just seeing them for the first time, I mean, see them, pay attention to them, share the stories, do what we can here. Let me go ahead and put this out there for you. Okay, again, these are the new pictures of Nathan Millard. That's right here. This is what investigators have released. That's him in the black shirt, and in the blue shirt, his client that he was in town to see. His wife says that he was out with his client the night before, and they were supposed to meet up with him the next morning, never showed up. Here are the areas of interest right now. You see where his cell phone was eventually found. Off to the left here, you see where the hotel he was staying at. Off to the right, well, that's the Greyhound bus station on Florida Boulevard, where officials and investigators say his ATM card was used a couple of times. Meanwhile, he is nowhere to be found. You have a search crew, a pretty well-known one, Texas EquiSearch, coming in today. Equa, meaning equine, they do a lot of their searches on horseback because they try to cover a lot of ground. Texas EquiSearch coming into Baton Rouge a little bit later on today. They're set to meet with detectives over at BRPD this morning so everybody can kind of get on the same page and they can help in this search. It's been about a week now since he was last seen. His family desperately wants him back, clearly. And maybe you have some information that can help him out. It's Crime Stoppers anonymously. No one ever know who you are. 344-STOP. Let's see if we can't help. But a lot of eyes on this, a lot of attention being paid right here. Welcome to West Baton Rouge, everybody. School board set to vote today on their new school superintendent. They had 5. They're now down to the final 2. They're scheduled to vote. We anticipate that happening. Also, apparently a job fair coming when that shows up later this March. We'll remind you of that. But the headline for folks out in West Baton Rouge when it comes to schools today, the school board set to vote on their superintendent. Again, down to the final 2 candidates right now from a pool of 5. If that ends up happening, of course, we'll push that out to you. We'll let you know what's going on. Our Callie Hubbard was live this morning. Good folks out at Southern University. I think they know a thing about livestock and poultry shows. They've done it for 80 years. So what does the livestock show involve? Right? Who does it involve? Actually, it's a whole bunch. It's like more than 100 young farmers from around the area being a part of this, kind of kickstarting a career. So what's involved? Who's involved? How can you be involved? If you check it out, what can you see? What can you be a part of? Callie's got it all lined up for you. It's waiting for you right there. So there you go. That is the plus. What we're trying to do every day for you, 9:15 as we kind of get going here. Kind of taking you around, spinning you around a little bit. As I'm just going to walk over here because I miss Steve so much. Yeah. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Well, how are you? Did you go back into
I'm doing better now.
You doing better?
Yeah.
You're not doing bad?
I'm not.
You went down late? You went lay down?
I think I got the words together.
Well, somebody has to because you know it darn well ain't going to be me. We showed one of these stories this morning. I thought it was hilarious. You are a fan of the baseball and the softball diamonds.
Yeah.
You ever see the video where like the sprinkler goes off in the outfield and it's just like, this is a mayhem?
You know, the other one that came to mind was this little grim, but remember when Randy Johnson was up on the mound pitching and took out a bird?
Yeah. That
Randy Johnson
that was
could throw it up around 100.
I was going to say Randy Johnson's fastball that's over 100 miles an hour. Yeah, that was a bad day for that bird. Bad day. So yeah, rain, sprinkler, bird delays. Here's a bird delay. Did you see this one? What is that?
Wild.
What is that? It's a parrot. It's a parrot. It's actually 2 parrots. So here's what's going on. Pair of parrots invading a college women's softball game. This is Central Florida. One of the parrots, we're going to give you a look. We're going to run this thing for about 90 seconds. Makes it to home plate. I mean, like slides in safely eventually here.
Players run.
I know, just duck and cover. They don't know what's going on. So there's the umpire. Well, actually, that's not the umpire. That's the umpire. Wait for it. Wait for it. He's like, I'm blue. You're mine. What? I mean, just pop a squat right there. Just there you go. And just super chill about it. And actually, at one point, the umpire's like, okay, is this me today? Is this what we're going to do? I'm just going to put the mask back on. Let's go. All right, no, let's not do that. Tries to get him, tries to move him a little bit. Parrot's like, not today. You got 2 shoulders. I'm going to use the other one. So what are the parrots doing out there? Mystery birds. The owner was letting them fly free behind the stadium. You see grounds crew right now eventually getting them together and getting them off the field, letting them kind of fly free. Well, they kind of flew into the game and delayed it a little bit.
Those things are bigger than you realize too. And
you're exactly right. Look how big they are. Did you ever have family with like? I had an uncle who had a parrot for a while.
No, Greg Merriweather and I a long time ago were roommates, and he had a bird, and God rest Louie, his bird, but. I was not a fan of the pet bird.
Did Louie make some noise?
The constant chirp.
There it is. Exactly. I knew it. Is that thing ever shut up? What?
Greg loved his Louie, though.
Long live Louie. Long live Louie. Okay, so from birds to, what do you got?
So check this out. Now we go to raccoons. We're all over the place with the animals. All right, so this one we take you to Oak Grove. All right, kindly and persistent Missouri police officer rescued a raccoon with a jar stuck on its head.
Is that what that is right there?
This was during the midnight shift up there in Oak Grove.
Look at him go.
Wow.
What's going on?
Got to be careful with those raccoons. The footage was posted by the Oak Grove Police Department showing the officer chasing the raccoon around the empty lot here near.
Look at him go. Look at him go.
Oh, man.
Where does he think he's going to go? He's got the spotlight on him.
So the police department said the foot chase traveled a quarter mile in steps within 10 square feet as the culprit refused all verbal commands.
Well, as they're known to do.
Neither the raccoon nor the officer reported any injuries.
He's got him.
There you go.
Oh, no, he's got him.
Oh, bad idea.
Yeah.
That officer braver than me. Raccoons, man.
You know, I think you're right. No,
Years ago, we were on a beach trip. I want to say Gulf Shores, but forget where we're sitting on an outdoor patio, like a Mexican restaurant. Here comes a couple of raccoons rolling up, and people are like, "Oh, that's so cute," and our table's like, "No, we want no part of that."
God, no. Look, I'm with you, man. I've got raccoons. I've got like a wildlife sanctuary at the house, from possums to raccoons to rabbits to all the stuff, and family raccoons. Well, at least mom or dad. I assume mom and a few little ones. have been known to frequent the backyard. And yeah, my kids are like, oh, they're so cute, they're so cute. Don't go near the raccoons.
Cute at a distance. I don't really have
At a
an
distance.
issue with them. I just that they're not domesticated usually.
This is also the very case.
So
yes.
I don't want to have a direct interaction like the officer did.
Damn well good.
And I don't need them like lurking over me while I'm trying to eat my Mexican meal.
So, but stay away from the tortillas.
Shores.
So if you see, so what we're hearing now is if you see a raccoon with a jar stuck on its head, there's going to be a raccoon with a jar stuck on its head after you leave.
I'm calling animal control.
There you go. You can call Greg. He likes animals.
I'll put him on that.
There you go. Long live Louie.
Louie.
What are we looking at back here? We got what, currents at 77?
Yeah, we're cycling through some of the graphics. So
Yeah.
77 Baton Rouge right now, dry here. You can see some rain up to our northwest. Most of it today stays up to our northwest. But we will get some rain moving in late tonight into the early morning hours Friday. I think most of us make out okay. It's just a slim, severe weather threat.
I could go take down a tree at my dad's house. You want to help out?
I'm kind of busy.
Everybody's busy.
One of us needs, well, yeah, I'm already scheduled off now. We'll see if you make it in tomorrow.
What are you saying about my ability? Actually, that's very
Be
accurate.
careful.
No kidding. Bye, y'all.
The seductive styling of the 2022 Mazda CX-9 elevates your idea of what a three-row CUV can be.
Get 0% financing on a new Mazda CX-9 at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda.